Thank you for the recognition. Does the gentleman yield?
Yes, sir.
All right. I think during the course of this debate, we've heard quite a bit of things that have been said, kind of thrown out there. And I think I just need to get clear as far as exactly where you are coming from with this bill. Truly, what is the actual purpose of the bill?
Let's focus on the academics at the school.
Focus on what?
The academics.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Academics.
The academics, okay. I think we've already kind of addressed some of the issues that deal with students that might be LGBTQ identified, that are trying to find a safe space and that kind of thing to go. I have a real concern as far as with the insignia part is the sub that was brought out that dealt with the insignia. Now you've kind of hinted around that it's just the rainbow flag, correct? That's what your intention is to discriminate upon? Like, is that bit right there?
That's sexual orientation or sexual identity.
Okay, do you know how many flags are that do that?
I do not.
Do you realize you're dealing with the LGBTQ community who is known for kind of their artistic ability and their creativity, and that they will just come up with another one? In fact, the rainbow flag isn't even really the commonly accepted flag within the LGBTQ community at this time.
Well, the students can do what they want. This only deals with the teachers.
No. When we're talking about policy, though, we're talking about that it comes down from on top, and it says this is what you can do, this is what you can't do. It's got to be black and white, all right? So when you say the rainbow flag, are we talking about the one with 7 colors?
But it doesn't.
Are we talking about the solidarity flag, the one with, 9 colors? Which one are we talking about here?
Whatever deals with sexual identity or sexual orientation is what the bill says.
How do you know when it does that? You gonna do your own research on the internet when it becomes culturally accepted, or I mean, when did you become aware that the rainbow flag was a symbol of LGBTQ pride?
I guess when I was told that.
When?
I was told that by that community.
When? When did you become aware of that?
I don't know, 20 years ago maybe? I don't know.
20 years? Okay. Because it's probably been around since at least, I got a friend of mine who is also a relative of mine who is gay, who is much older than me, and she actually got it tattooed on her ankle when she was, in the early 90s, right? So it's been a symbol for at least that long. So at what point would you know that you're coming upon another insignia or symbol that would be showing a student that might be struggling, hurting, or really trying to just make the best of what they can and talk to a teacher who they consider their friend or not, talk to a teacher.
They'd still be able to.
They'd be able to do that?
Sure.
No problem, because it wouldn't be why? Why would it not be a problem at that point?
I said the student would still be able to talk to the teacher.
Okay.
The teacher would not be able to instruct on it.
But they wouldn't be able to display one to show as a kind of nonverbal
That's
signal
correct.
to the students that they are a safe place to go to.
Sexual identity or sexual orientation.
And this is where I have some issues with some of the things that have been said today. When we want to talk about because you talked about a few teachers going rogue. Can you explain that one more time? I think there was a lot of noise going on when that one was going through. Could you mind kind of touching on that a little bit? You said at the very beginning of this debate, you said few teachers were going rogue. Mm-hmm. And apparently they weren't able to address this on a local level, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why not?
I'm sorry.
Why were they not able to address this on a local level?
Well, they could, absolutely. Well, I reached out to my superintendent, and he took care of it.
So why does a local issue need to always become a statewide bill?
Well, this became a statewide bill a couple of years ago. I think it was in 22 that Representative Sathagen passed the bill.
Right, and that was part of what?
That. I'm sorry?
What was that part of? Was that a part of something?
I wasn't here during that time.
Yeah, the word's agenda for that. So also I've heard a lot of folks say that we need to protect our children. Correct?
Yes.
This is something where I think this whole body agrees on. I don't think anybody in this body thinks that we shouldn't be protecting children. Please raise your hand and indicate if you don't think we should be protecting children in this body. Not a single one.
Yeah, our party platform actually protects them in the womb too.
I think that is a given on both sides. Who wants to not protect children?
There's a lot of people that don't.
Huh?
There's a lot of people that don't.
I can't hear you.
There are a lot of people that do not.
Who?
There's a lot of them. You can pick them up every day. Why do we have to pass human trafficking bills? They're attacking children mainly.
Okay, attacking children, like this bill does. Like this bill could be presumed to be doing. I think Insler did a great job, Representative Insler did a great job of kind of spelling that out for you. Do you not kind of buy into that? No. Oh, and I also heard you say that we don't want to be imposing something on the children. I also think that we can agree on that too. Imposing what though?
We want the schools to focus on teaching reading and writing and arithmetic and prepare them for 21st century jobs.
I cannot hear though. Sorry, can you say that again?
We want the schools preparing them for 21st century jobs.
Okay, so we don't want to impose them with what?
I'm sorry?
Impose something on children. That's what
Yeah, we don't want to.
I was taking notes and I quoted a couple things you said.
Yeah, we don't want to indoctrinate children on their sexual identity.
Children. So what is the concern about indoctrinating children here? Because I think I also have shared the same concern with indoctrinating children.
Yeah, we're just going to keep them on the curriculum.
What does that mean to indoctrinate children? In your eyes, in your view, and what would be the intention of this bill at that point?
You know what it means.
No, I don't.
And we've enjoyed a lot of
That's the thing.
communication on
That is the thing, Representative. I don't know what you mean. And that is what I'm asking for you to spell out for me right now. Please, go on, continue. What do you mean indoctrinating children?
This bill will simply extend from 5th grade to 8th grade the prohibitions that are there currently in place on sexual identity and sexual orientation.
All right, so we don't want any, so what we're talking about is we are probably also in agreement on something. We're both concerned about the impressionability of children, right?
Sure.
And that we'd be pressuring them into something, to be something that they're not. I think you even said earlier in this debate, I don't want to tell a child that they are the opposite gender. I think that this might have been what happened at your school or something along those lines.
It was similar to that, yes.
Right, which apparently couldn't be handled locally, but probably was handled locally, but you still brought a bill for the statewide to take up. And as we've already kind of pointed out, we could be addressing the real serious business of the people of Alabama instead of this right now, but here we are, right? Okay, so.
This is extremely serious to a.
So what I'm hearing is you don't want a child to be told that they have to change. What you don't want is you don't want a child to be told that their, what their sexual orientation or gender identity is, correct?
We do not want the school instructing on that. Yes.
Correct. Okay. Well, would you be open to an amendment that clarifies that?
No, sir.
All right.
No, I would move to table your
offer
amendment.
Without seeing it. I'm happy to hand one to you.
Clerk will receive the amendment and read it.
Amendment to House Bill number 130 by Representative Rafferty.
Okay. So what this amendment does, everybody, to the body, is it removes on page 23 of page 1. Well, I think I have the sub right here, so I don't know where we are anymore on that, but on line 23, page 1. We're going to cross out regarding, and we're going to get specific to the intent of this bill, which I think is really important and what we're really trying to get at here. We're going to cross out regarding, and we're going to put instead where it says, shall not engage in classroom discussions or provide classroom instruction regarding sexual orientation or gender identity. We're going to put in, shall not engage in classroom discussion or provide classroom instruction intended to change a person's sexual orientation or gender. That is what this amendment does. Very simple. Changes it from regarding to getting really to what the intent of this bill is, and that is to protect children from their teachers or having to receive any sort of instruction that would be intended to change their sexual orientation or gender identity. Why would you not be open to that?
Mr. Speaker, I'd move we table this amendment.
The sponsor makes a motion to table. The clerk will unlock the machine. The members will vote. Clerk will lock the machine. Record the vote. 70 yeas, 27 nays. The amendment is tabled.
Very well.
Question for the body is now final. The question for the body is now final passage of HB130 as a substituted an amendment. The clerk will unlock the machine. The members will vote. Clerk will lock the machine, record the vote. 74 yeas, 25 nays.